All right, well, Rampage opened up, no introductions. They blew off the pyro. Excrement says hello in his Federal Express commercial voice. And boy, people of a certain age will just be guffawing over that one. And they rang the bell for the dream match. They should call it a fever dream match. It's a match that I would certainly have running through my head if I'd have eaten leftover Taco Bell warmed up in the microwave alongside cat food for dinner. Adam Cole versus Tomohiro Ishii.
Oh, that's ridiculous. It's just Ishii.
Ishii. Well, it should have been Easy. Or maybe the entire rest of that rap group. Brian Last?
What? Yes.
You cannot tell me.
Oh, boy, here we go.
You cannot tell me, because you have... I know you've been a more of a fan of modern Japanese wrestling than I have been over the last number of years, since they completely lost their fucking mind over here like we did, or over there like we did over here, and their wrestling fucking sucks now too. But you have said in the past that you like this guy, this Tomohiro Ishii.
One of the greatest matches I ever saw was Shinsuke Nakamura versus Tomohiro Ishii in New Japan. It was on the same night as AJ Styles versus Minoru Suzuki, which won Match of the Year, and it was better. It was worlds better. It's one of the greatest matches.
Okay, was that in black and white? Because how old is this fucking guy?
Well, he looks like a very old guy, although...
He looks like a very old.
But he had no wrinkles. If you look at his face, he had no wrinkles, because I thought that
he didn't have any wrinkles because he's so fucking short and pudgy and fat. He looks like a baked potato with arms and legs. He could be the Japanese Dr. Luther.
No, well, let's not go crazy. In the right circumstance against the right opponent, he is great at delivering a hard-hitting match. Unfortunately...
You fired him out of a fucking cannon, so he could bowl somebody over.
You put him in there with the right guy. Unfortunately, Adam Cole was not the right guy. I don't know whose dream match this was, but I actually like Ishii. This wasn't my dream match.
Oh, come on. Now, you're going to blame Adam Cole and not Ishii.
Did you watch the match?
Yes, I did. And they worked together on this fucking hiccup. This was a joint effort to stink the joint out as badly as possible. I will agree with you that Adam Cole was in no way good, but you can't tell me fucking old Ishii, or E for short, old E, he locked up like he was in a body cast. And then Adam Cole started working with him like he was working with a Fabergé egg. From the open, Adam Cole hits him with two little soft tackles that made no noise, that there was no body language behind that, of course, because he's not supposed to sell them. But Adam Cole, like they work with Suzuki now, they're either scared to hurt him because he'll stretch him and kill him, or scared to hurt him because he looks so fragile, or both. In this case, I don't know whether he is a shooter or not. So they may not be scared to hurt him because he'll kill him, but it looked like that they were working with a guy that just came out of goddamn suspended animation. And then E gives Cole one tackle, and Cole bumps and rolls to the floor, and any casual, again, I say this, no point to it because there is no casual viewer of this program. Nobody's going to watch this unless they're already predisposed to. Which is the problem, why the ratings aren't growing, why the numbers aren't improving. Any casual viewer would look at this visual and say, what the fuck? The one guy's 175 pounds and the other guy's a Japanese potato. And they're doing fake shit. Go back, and I dare any AEW fan, anybody who wants to disagree with me, go back and watch this shit. Is this the standard of work that we're now willing to chant, this is awesome about? Adam Cole's kicks barely touched. E can barely move. They had a lackluster fight on the floor. E clotheslines the post and sells his arm so Adam Cole could get some lackluster heat. E laid in a chin lock with not only... Mike Mondo just tweeted about this recently. The only reason the term rest hold was given is because people fucking see somebody laying there taking a fucking breather. Cole's got a chin lock. The guy's not fighting it. The guy's got no facials. The guy's not even kicking his fucking feet. The guy's laying in a chin lock. I've seen more movement caused by gas escaping a corpse. But meanwhile, excrement is putting E over with his record in Japan. And he's walking around like a tub of goo. So it makes the announcer look like, this guy, you're telling me, has done all this. But then Adam Cole makes E mad. So with a complete blank facial expression, he just stops selling anything. And it turns into Brody versus Luger in the cage in Florida, where Cole is throwing strikes that don't really look that good anyway, because it's not punches. It's those shitty forearms that everybody falls back on now. And this guy's not only not selling them, but he's not even making a facial response. And Taz tried to cover up for this embarrassment. I said, well, look, he's putting his body into him, so that's why Adam Cole, with everything he has, is not even able to move this guy's fucking head. So Adam Cole hits E with 8 consecutive forearms, and he sells none of them. And then E hits Adam Cole with 1, and he drops like a dumpster baby on prom night. And then E goes for a power bomb. But Adam Cole foiled it, so they staggered, and they went back and forth. And then they went to a break. I'm thinking they're going home. I'm like, oh, God, at least this is almost over. Our long national nightmare has come to an end. Pull those bamboo shoots out from under my fingernails, Tony. We're going to the break. I wrote, my God, how long can this go? So they come back. E did a delayed superplex, and he never got him straight. He had him up there. Fine, you got to be very powerful to do that. But he had him up at a slant, so when he went backwards, it was one of those thunk bumps. Poor Adam Cole. Remember, I've told you, when you land, bam, it's not an edit, Jace. Then you're fine. When you land thunk, that jars your fucking spleen. Well, Adam Cole's spleen is now green. They went more back and forth. The strikes look fake. E gave Adam Cole an enziguri. It went right over his head. Whiff, and Cole dropped like a turd into a toilet bowl. And then I looked. It's only 10 minutes into this show. And abruptly, out of nowhere, Jay White runs down in Pearl Harbor's Rocky Romero, who's at ringside. By the way, so is our little dog Pockets, but nobody's done anything. They're just sitting there watching. But for no reason, Jay White comes down in Pearl Harbor's Rocky Romero. And while the referee is looking at that, Adam Cole nut shots, and then hits his knee. So I know now it's his gimmick that he has to hit everybody in the nuts. But so you bring somebody, I assume he doesn't live in Des Moines. So I assume they brought him from Japan, plane ticket, hotel, payoff, to have a fake-looking match on national TV with one of their alleged top guys, big signings, and then that top guy has to hit the guy in the nuts to beat him after they expose the business for 10 minutes. Your thoughts on this, Brian, now that I've made my feelings on E?
His name's Ishii. His name's Ishii. He's a fine wrestler, and this was not an example of that in any way. This is a horrible match. You broke down a lot of the things that I was seeing. The spot where he didn't sell as he was getting hit, can't blame him. They looked like shit. He didn't sell it. With that said, I don't know what they were intending to do there. I'm sure that wasn't the feeling they had. Like, oh, Adam Cole's blows look like crap. He's not going to sell them.
No, he wasn't going to sell them anyway,
exactly.
Regardless of what they looked like.
Exactly. They just happen to also look like shit. Adam Cole's headlocks, if you watch how much air he was getting in them,
Daylight.
This was just not a good match. The only other thought I'll have,
As a matter of fact, I think it was Buddy Landell one time told a guy, he said, boy, I watched your match. I need to wear sunglasses. They said, why? Because all the daylight in between your shit.
That sounds like a Buddy line right there. But Adam Cole, I don't understand why any AEW fans would really care much about him at this point. He's lost whatever he had that was special.
So what is E's problem then? Is he just coming over and taking the guy's money and putting in a performance like that? And because he's a Japanese superstar, nobody's going to say anything to him, such as, why did that suck so bad?
Maybe this just wasn't the time for him to have a nice stiff match. I really don't know. The other thing is between Dynamite...
It was time for me to have a nice stiff drink.
Between Dynamite and Rampage, whatever happened to the hot Pittsburgh crowd AEW had? Because the crowd was dead throughout Rampage. At least that's the way it sounded here at home on my TV. I don't know what other people's sound bars are set to. And of course, Dynamite, at a certain point, the crowd completely died there. This show did nothing to bring them back into it, it seemed.
No, and a good point. This had to be what we've read emails from people who have reported on the timing of the AEW tapings. If this was after Dynamite, which they usually are, then these people are sitting there at midnight. Close to.
Let me ask you this. If I could say one positive thing about Adam Cole, it seems like he takes care of his hair. Do you think he applies the same care to his front lawn?
Well, I'm not exactly sure because actually, now that I think about it, maybe Adam Cole would have a better career and a better future as a landscape professional than he does in the current environment that he's in now as a professional wrestler. But folks, I've been talking about all the problems I've had with my landscaping and various things going on here at the castle over the past couple of years. And now we have a new sponsor that's joined the program that has almost got me fixed up and sorted out and worked out. There's still a few things that I've got to talk over with them to relate to my specific situation. But folks, you shouldn't have that problem because the folks at GetSunday.com are going to fix up your lawn. Spring is almost here. We just talked on the last program about we're getting jacked out of spring here in the Ohio Valley area, but it's almost here. And the grass is starting to get green and starting to come back and leaves are starting to come out. But sometimes your lawn doesn't come back. Sometimes you've got the bare spots. Sometimes the moles have been out and they have sabotaged the look and the beauty of your lawn, whatever the case may be. If you want to keep your lawn growing all season long and healthy without worrying about nasty chemicals that might poison the local wildlife or your pets, or every once in a while, if Uncle Jethro gets drunk and lays face down in the front yard and starts gnawing on the grass again, you don't want to poison him with nasty chemicals. So the folks at GetSunday.com can help you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork or the nasty chemicals. Their custom plans include fertilizer and everything that you need to easily care for your lawn with ingredients like seaweed and molasses and marshmallows too. I like marshmallows with molasses. You think they'll put marshmallows on my grass?
No, I don't think that's how it works at all.
And there's iron in here also, so you won't have iron poor grass to go along with your iron poor blood. And you can let the kids on it. You can let the pets on it. Your kids can chew on the grass. Your pets can piss on it, or the kids can piss on the grass. The pets can chew on it, whatever.
How about everyone just goes to the toilet and let's talk about the lawn and not the urination?
Well, GetSunday.com doesn't sell toilets. But all you've got to do is go to GetSunday.com, put in your address, and their lawn analysis tool does the rest. They analyze the soil and climate data in your region to create a personal nutrient plan, and they'll have it delivered to your door. And once they know where you are, then they're going to put a satellite on you. It's going to keep an eye on you at all times. Every time you're out in the yard, you're going to get a message on your phone saying, go back in the house, you're walking on the grass. Just attach the ready-to-use pouch that they send you to a garden hose and spray. It takes less than 15 minutes. You'll have a beautiful green lawn. The best thing is the stuff really works. The problem I've got is, of course, I have a little bit of ground out here and I can't reach a hose to everything. And also, it'd take a lot of pouches. But if you folks are lucky enough to have a size yard that you can take care of, then boy, this is for you. And Sunday, the folks at Sunday are offering our listeners 20% off because full season plans start at just $129 for green grass and high tides forever. And you can get 20% off at checkout when you visit Get Sunday. That's GETSUNDAY, getsunday.com/JCE. 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/JCE. You know, I've understood that a lot of states now are getting into the grass growing industry. They say it's a multi-billion-dollar industry growing grass these days. So if you want yours green and healthy, and you may be able to sell some to your next door neighbor.
No, this is a different type of grass. This is the grass that's on your front lawn, and it's certainly something that you just want to look at and stare at and not rip up or do anything else. And your neighbor may become jealous, especially after Sunday Lawn does their thing. But
yeah,
that's the only kind of grass we're talking about here.
And boy, I'll tell you what, when you spray this stuff on your lawn and then you have a big bonfire, throw some of the grass clippings in, and the whole neighborhood will be happy about that.
Let's not encourage bonfires. Sunday Lawn will make your lawn look nice. You're not going to want to light it on fire, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to want to stare at it and point it at. I can't even talk. I give up.
If you light it on fire and then you just happen to be there and take a few deep breaths, things will get better. GetSunday.com/JCE for 20% off your custom plan of a green lawn.